This is Dr. Smith with a PhD in common sense. What we got to talk about today is something I've told you about for many of years. And I told you that this time was coming. Majority of you didn't listen, and I mean majority of you won't listen right today. But you have a tendency to listen to something that's tickling your ears, you know. I just put a video out about a dream I had, you know what I mean? And it was a weird, strange dream. But the Bible also said that old men should dream dreams, you know. And you have to turn around and look into those dreams and what those dreams mean. Now, this particular dream, it was a kind of a nightmare dream, but it wasn't a nightmare. It was a reality type of dream. It was showing where this country is going. Destruction. I've seen a lot of things that the average person probably wouldn't see, and I wouldn't see myself if it wasn't for the dream. The Almighty give us powers in the dream. And if you stick with the Almighty, and we all have it, remember the dream is the dream. But it can be reality as well. You see people just running and crying about electing Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and oh my God, and they gonna work with the minorities and put a foot in them and all that kind of stuff. And they come find out they getting it too. Now they find out it's not only about black folks. The world is just like looking at us as though if we are a wounded tiger. You know, if an animal get wounded and get in a corner, as my mother used to say, he got to come out that corner. You can't hide. God told me to tell you can't hide. So this is what's happening with this country. They're in a corner and they're coming out fighting. They're taking in friends, enemies, and foes. It doesn't matter who you are. If you ain't got no money, you don't have no honey. Remember that. If you don't have no money, you don't have no honey. You see, I tried to get several people to get on my podcast, and several of them told me that I was a little too raw. I says, well, it always gonna be raw, nasty, and dirty, cause I'm not gonna talk the good shit for you to listen. And yeah, bullshit. As I was speaking and I was listening at a lot of these African countries, and I used to talk about the black women wearing these wigs, they got African countries now banning those wigs. You don't make no money on them. The Asians get all the money. You don't get no money off no wigs. They sell more wigs to black folks. Black women especially, not black folks, black women. So these are the things that I was talking about, and I see that they're becoming the past. Maybe some of my videos is getting over there as well, you know. But wear your natural hair. You know, it's wear your natural hair. Be yourself. You know, and to the Indians, that's in India or other places, you don't have to use no bleaching cream. You're pretty just like you are. You know, you be natural. It is what it is. You don't, especially if you come in this world, you're not, limbs are off, or your leg is off, or your hearing is messed up, or your eyesight is messed up, or you got one lung. Damn, what else you want? You come in here with all your faculties. Understand God gave you all those faculties. Don't throw that away. That's what you need, what God gave you. And remember, always help one another, especially Black Afro Americans. We have a tendency, even to this day, educated or not, they will turn their head and a damn minute look like this here. I ain't gonna say a damn thing to that nigga. But the minute one of them get in the damn street and they don't have no money, I don't have a place to say, hey, bro, can you help me? We don't help each other. Well, the number one thing, I keep preaching this here, the number one thing about anything is communication. If you don't speak and say something to your brother, what you think gonna happen? You gonna turn around and think he gonna help you when you need him now? You should have turned around and asked about that a long time ago. You know, when you had that money in your pocket, when you were shaking your tail, when you figured that you look good. And look good, that's one thing that fades. We all look good at a certain period in our life. But you know, we have a problem with people's uh, constantly buying fake shit. They got rings in their nose, rings in their lips. Oh, that costs money. And then when Great White Hope come along and say, well, I'm gonna take them food stamps. I'm gonna take that Section 8. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, what am I going to do? Well, you should have thought about that before that. Should have kept that man in the home. So he wasn't that damn good. Who give a fuck? As long as you're raising your children. But you couldn't stand that. You figured he was going out having a little sex with somebody else. My daddy did the same thing. He was a minister. Then my mother left him hell to the no. She was with my father for about 45 years until the day she died. And that was his second wife. So I tell you all the time, you have to turn around and remember. Stop trying to do something to for someone to make you look good. Don't go out there in the street and say, I'm the bum, I look good. Who give a damn? If you got some food in your house, if you got some gas in your cars, you got your electric utilities on, and you got a roof over your head, and you got your bills paid, and you got a health insurance and stuff like that, and put some money in the bank. Don't spend it every time you get it. I get a new TV. He got a bigger one. I want one bigger than his. Something. They got a diamond ring. I want one bigger than their diamond ring. And black folks have that bad. These folks in this world, especially in America, I'm telling about America, that I live here, born, raised, slave descendants. Okay, y'all have a tendency to give your money to other nationalities, and they know it. They come in your community. Hi today, how you doing there? And we just call you on the phone. You need to get that money out of that house. You can go to Vegas. You can go overseas. Come back here and lost your job. Donald Trump turned around and laid your ass off. Oh, Lord, I'm going to lose my house. You lose your house to get in the street. First thing you want to do is come to another black person and say, can you help me? Hell to the no. You should have listened. Dummies. You got stupid nigger written on your forehead. Stupid nigger written on your forehead. And that's the problem with the black race. Stupid nigger written on their forehead. Sometimes they call you on the phone and they want to put some whatever, in your house. They want to redo your bathroom. Don't need to be redone, but you want to upgrade it. For what? If you don't need it upgraded, fix what you got. The time is getting harder and harder. Now that dream I had was telling me something. It was telling me something. Black folks is going to lose their mind. That's right. They're going to lose their mind. Because they're going to be looking for something they can't get. It's not there anymore. So white folks going to be in the same trouble and all the rest of them. The rich man going to take this shit to higher heights and deeper depths. With all countries. It's in that corner. As my mother said, you can't hide. God told me to tell you you can't hide. You can't hide nowhere. So best thing for you to do is to get yourself together. Stop spending your money. You should have did that a long time ago. And more of you are going to get fired. If you got a pension, pinch off it a little more. Sometimes you won't be able to go out and eat. If you got children, you may not be able to carry them to these fancy dances and stuff, after school practice and stuff. You may have to cut back on that. It's going to get raw, nasty, and dirty. And please subscribe to my channel because there's plenty more where that come from. It's always plenty more where that come from. And remember, like I say, the dream almost made me lose my mind. I almost lost my mind in that dream. I haven't lost my mind, my regular mind, but in the dream, I had lost my mind. So it's telling me that something's on its way down the hatch. And black folks, especially black folks, is going to hurt the most. But remember, it's going to get raw, nasty, and it's going to get dirty. Have a good one. See you on the next time.